Welcome back to ABC 57 Kickoff. We are here with none other than Bryan Driskell. First time we've got him on the show, I think all season long.
Oh, yeah.
Owner of Irish Breakdown. Bryan, you told me a little nugget here before we went on air. You literally coached just 5 minutes down the road here at Duquesne.
Yep. Been a while. It's been a minute. But, yeah, won a lot of games here. Hopefully can have another good win here today for Notre Dame.
Well, what a setting, though, along the river here for the Irish. It's been a couple of years since they've been here. First, let's talk about the defense under Chris Ash. Everybody was calling for his head early in the season, gave up yardage and points to Miami, gave up a lot of yardage and points to Texas A&M, and they've turned this thing around.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you think about the first 3 games, they're giving up about 34 points a game. In the 6 games since then, they're holding teams to 11.8 points per game. And if you take out the triple option team last week, teams are only rushing for about 75 yards a game. And that's been the biggest difference for Chris Ash, is the really vastly improved run defense has played a huge role in their success.
How does the defensive secondary play into that, what you just said? The secondary's been playing better too.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think a big thing is, Marcus Freeman talked about this early in the year, is you've got to have a front that matches what you're doing in the secondary. So if you're being aggressive in your front, but you're playing off in the secondary, it allowed quarterbacks to get a lot of throws out quickly, neutralize the pass rush. So what they've done is they've been more aggressive, playing up tighter, take away the quick game, which then forces quarterbacks to hold on to the ball longer, and that's when the pass rush really takes off. And then a lot of the RPO checks in the run game, you have to kind of hand the ball off because they're taking away some of those RPO checks with their aggressiveness in the secondary. So it's really matching it together well.
Well, and you're seeing more aggressiveness along the front 4, too. You have Jaden Osbury, you have Boubacar Traore, who's made a name for himself over the past month, 2 months or so. And so Notre Dame has really been playing aggressive up front. Let's flip the ball. Let's now go to the offense. What style of game, if you're Notre Dame's offense, do you play here? Because, you know, the ACC, Pitt's right at the top in run-stop defense. Jeremiah Love comes into this, but you know, if you're Pitt, you watch tape of the Miami game, you stack the box. What do you do if you're Notre Dame?
Well, I think the first thing is you're going to need to protect C.J. Carr. And Pitt's very good up front, very fast and athletic at linebacker, Kyle Lewis, Rasheem Bryles. They're number 1 in the country in fewest yards allowed per rush attempt. So the biggest thing you got to do is back them off. You know, take some of that. If they want to come up like Boise State did, like NC State did, then you're going to have to hit some shots down the field. You're going to need Malachi Fields to have a big day. You're going to need Jordan Faison to do some things after the catch. So if you can protect C.J. Carr, that's how you can soften them up and make them pay. A lot like 2015 when Pitt tried to come up and shut down C.J. Prosise and they hit a couple bombs over the top to Will Fuller. So it's a very similar game plan, but if the offensive line can protect C.J. like they have the last month, I think that's the plan. Soften Pitt up and then find different ways to get Jeremiah Love the football. It doesn't have to just be handoffs. You can throw him the ball in the run game. Arkansas tried to take the run game away, so they got Jeremiah and Jadarian the ball outside in space. I think you're just going to have to do things to kind of take advantage and go against the things that Pitt's trying to do that make them so good stopping the run.
Bryan Driskell, owner of Irish Breakdown, joining us. Thanks so much, man.
Yep,
when you talk, my head goes into like a whiteboard, and like we got to have you on again. Thanks so much. We'll be right back on ABC 57 Kickoff.